from the picture-perfect Winslow family home to a cold, concrete jail cell. This is a story of a shocking fall from grace, a story that proves the bright lights of Hollywood fame can cast some of the darkest shadows. You remember him as Eddie Winslow, the cool, charismatic big brother on one of the most beloved sitcoms of the 90s. But today, the actor who brought him to life, Darius McCrary, isn't on a soundstage. He's behind bars, denied bail, and deemed a flight risk after a dramatic arrest at the U.S.-Mexico border. How does a star from a show about family values end up a fugitive? Strap in, because this is a Hollywood story you won't believe. Let's rewind the tape. It's the 1990s. TGIF on ABC was a cultural institution, a Friday night ritual for millions of families, and at the heart of it was Family Matters. It started as a typical family sitcom, but soon became a pop culture phenomenon thanks to one character, Steve Urkel. But for every Urkel, you needed a straight man, a dose of cool. And that was Eddie Winslow, played by a young Darius McCrary. Eddie was the heartthrob, the sometimes rebellious but ultimately good-hearted son. For 9 seasons, from 1989 to 1998, Darius was a fixture in American living rooms. Interesting fact, the role of Eddie Winslow was actually Darius's first major professional acting job. He was just a teenager when he started, growing up in front of America. Imagine that kind of pressure. He was part of a cast that felt like a real family, and to the audience, they were family. The success of the show was monumental. It made its stars overnight sensations. But what happens when the cameras stop rolling? When the audience goes home and the laughter track fades to silence? For many child stars, that transition is a minefield. The fame, the money, the identity crisis, it's a narrative we've seen play out tragically time and time again. As the 90s ended, so did Family Matters. And for Darius, the steady work became less frequent. This is a harsh reality in Hollywood. The transition from a beloved child star to a working adult actor is one of the toughest in the business. The public glimpses we got of Darius McCrary in the following years were far from the sunny image of Eddie Winslow. His personal life became a source of public headlines. He's been open about his struggles, including battles with substance abuse. His love life also played out in the tabloids, most notably his brief and tumultuous marriage in the 2000s. But more seriously, the legal troubles began to mount. We're not talking about minor infractions here. In recent years, McCrary has faced a series of serious legal allegations. This isn't his first major legal rodeo. Just last year, he was in headlines for a completely different set of serious charges. The pattern is what's concerning the courts now. It paints a picture of a life spiraling, a man who seems to be constantly on the run from his demons and now from the law itself. And that brings us to the dramatic events of the last few weeks. This is where the story shifts from a troubled star to a full-blown fugitive narrative. Darius McCrary was a wanted man. He had an active warrant out for his arrest, but he wasn't hiding in a Hollywood Hills mansion. Authorities located him and took him into custody at one of the most heavily surveilled places in America, the San Diego-Tijuana border crossing. Let that sink in. He was apprehended trying to either enter or leave the country. The details are still emerging, but the implication is staggering. Was he trying to flee? Was he attempting to escape the mounting pressure and the very serious charges waiting for him back home? This led to his recent court appearance here in San Diego, and this is where the hammer came down. His legal team, no doubt, argued for his release on bail, but the prosecution presented him as what they call a flight risk, and the judge agreed. In the legal system, being deemed a flight risk is one of the primary reasons for denying bail. The court looks at your ties to the community, the severity of the charges, and your history of showing up for court. Given that he was arrested at an international border with an active warrant, the judge's decision was, in the eyes of many legal experts, almost a foregone conclusion. So for now, Darius McCrary remains in a San Diego jail with no get-out-of-jail-free card. The man who once joked around with Urkel is now inmate McCrary. So what are we to make of this? The story of Darius McCrary is a classic yet tragic Hollywood tale. It's the paradox of fame. It can give you everything, and yet, if you're not equipped to handle it, it can take everything away. It's a stark reminder that the personas we fall in love with on screen are just that, personas. The actors behind them are human, with all the complexities, flaws, and struggles that come with it. For every success story, there's a cautionary tale. For every star who navigates the transition gracefully, there's one who gets lost in the glare. The legacy of Eddie Winslow and Family Matters is one of laughter, life lessons, and family. It's a legacy now permanently shadowed by the real-life struggles of the man who played him. One can only hope that this is rock bottom for Darius McCrary, and that this time behind bars becomes a moment of clarity and a catalyst for getting the help he so clearly needs. This is a story we'll continue to follow closely. What do you think? Is the justice system right to keep him locked up, or is he a victim of his own fame? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive compelling, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more unfiltered looks into the dramatic lives of your favorite stars. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, because in Hollywood, the story's always changing.